Welcome to Babbling Moon, something very short. And sorry for the AC, it's going to be loud because it's hot up here. But let's be honest. So let's talk. Um, 1998, a movie came out called The Prince of Egypt. And by far, it surprisingly was one of the amazing things I've ever watched because it's a story of Moses, the tale of Moses and the parting Red Seas and freeing the slaves and everything. And you never know, it's been done before, countless times, but you never knew what was going to happen. And by the end, it was by far one of the most respected movies ever because it felt the heart and understood the characters. I was generally stunned, and every time I listened to any song from this movie, um, I can't get it out of my head for weeks. Um, this was so amazingly done. And I think I can't find it, but at the very end of this movie, they actually mentioned that they went to three different groups. Um, they went to they were counseled by uh Jewish historians, Christian historians, and Muslim historians. That's amazing. It's groundbreaking in a way of just trying to find a good cohesive story that didn't rattle any cages and honored the story of this legend of Moses in its best positive light. Yes, they tried to come back and make another thing, and it failed horribly because the problem is you make something amazing, and then the studios don't understand what made it amazing in the first place. So let's talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows. The heart of Assassin's Creed probably died really early on. I mean, yes, the recreations of specific areas like Egypt and Greece and was it Greece? I can't remember. Um, let's put it this way: I kind of just stopped playing after a while after they started putting in the whole RPG aesthetics or the loot aesthetics of modern gaming. As beautiful as it was, I'm just not in the mood to pick up purple out gear. I want a good story, and Assassin's Creed was always just about the story. Um, but in failing so horribly, in not actually taking the time to do any research at all, with one single mindset of the staff that created this game, who thought we're going to be saviors and we're going to show inclusion and diversity and all that jazz, checking off every single box. What they have done is just ruin and besmirched every single thing that is a forgotten uh, a footnote, a footnote in some form of history that might give a little bit of joy to the black diaspora. I don't like saying diaspora, but you understand what I'm saying. We don't have a lot of stories, people, because we are just nothing in the eyes of history. Look at American history. There was tons of black American history that is never told. We have to scrounge every little bit because we are either not allowed to write, don't have the education to write. At that time, no one really cares unless they care about propping up some agenda that they feel is right for them. Look at the abolitionists. Yes, they wanted to free the slaves, but they didn't want them to be equal, did they? They wanted to seem righteous in the eyes of God or whomever. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying when you do it wrong, it backfires spectacularly. And then this is the situation where it did it amazingly so. In an attempt to try to be inclusive, you've just given the perfect platter to the most racist, bigoted people in the world. Any little bit of historical accurate, just any history we have now of Yasuke, the very minuscule amount of anything we have for Yasuke is now being diminished because you didn't want to follow the script of what Yasuke was. You wanted to make a black superhero. Understand that. That's what you did. You didn't consult anyone. You didn't do any research. And you, in doing so, made the most Orientalist game, which then insulted an entire country in doing so. Any bigoted person now can look at this and dismiss every single aspect of this character. That's what you did. You justified their hate. And in doing so, you besmirched your name on top of that. I don't know how you were even capable of doing that when all you had to do was just look at history and weave some tale within it, which is what you've always done for every single game. But no, you had to be special. And I'm not saying you're the only one who does this. Don't get me wrong. Every single, the more modern depictions of Yasuke does the exact same thing over and over again, with the exceptions of the one that came out of Japan, surprisingly, because they have more respect. They care about their history. So I hope you're happy. Because now everything I loved about this history, I'm just going to relate to one book or a few random old things. Because at this point, every single media that attempts to try to depict this man fails and then just keeps giving more fuel to the bigoted fire. Thanks. And the best thing is, the worst part of this is this is going to trickle down to every single random historical character that barely had a footnote in history. Now they're going to be able to question every single little other character because you messed up so bad. And the worst thing is, you could try and fix this with another game, but no one's going to trust you now. So, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You screwed up. You screwed up bad. And you messed up two cultures for it. I hope you're happy with yourself.